Welcome, and here we're looking at the US bonds and on a daily chart, and we've been talking about the bonds all through this particular correction that it had here, and this is an A and a B and a C here, and we've just seen this push up through here, and eventually they're going to be pulling on the stock market as well, so stock market going in the opposite direction. So this has still got more to the upside to go here. So just on the 2-hour chart, we've been tracking it through the A, the B and the C here, as you know, and it's still moving to the upside through here, and will continue to move the upside. And look, generally bonds up, stocks down, so that's where some real pressure is coming from, even though the Ukraine-Russian aggression is dominating the markets at the moment. The S&P 500 and the Dow Jones and so forth, and most of the indices, with the European indices taking the biggest whack. Well, the DAX is the closest to the situation. So that's down about like 3.5%. But the S&P 500 here on the daily, as you know, we've been looking for the top of this particular structure in 5 waves moving up through here, and it just happens to be the Ukraine situation that's sort of dominating it at the moment, and forcing it into this particular correction. One of the things that I'm not quite sure about is that is this wave 5 here in place as such here, and this would be a primary wave 3 up here if I've got that somewhere up here. But I normally find the wave 3s, when you're working with the trading levels, creating the arrival at the next level. So still kind of thinking that's up there further, and if that's the case, then we would be looking at this here as up for 1 and back for 2 here, then up for 3, 4 and 5, finishing up through here. But we just need to be a little bit mindful of various situations. So we'll just stay with what we know, and that's meaning that we'll stay with the internal wave structure through here. Now, if we drill into that a little bit through here, if we do take this as wave 1 up here, we'll be looking for an A and a B and a C, pulling back to the 50-60% retracement level, which is down through here. What we do have at the moment, though, is this move down through here is in 5 waves. So after 5 waves, we'll see a counter trend and then another 5 down. So just on the intraday here, on the 1 hour here, it's got a bit of a gap through here, but it does count down reasonably well as 5 waves down, and we're looking for the counter trend. So if we just drill into this a little bit further here on the 15-minute chart, have a look at this, you can see the gap here. So this would be the 3rd wave. So we've got down for 1, back for 2, and the 3rd wave down through to here. This is the 4th wave through to this point, and the 5th down to here. That's one scenario. The other scenario is that all of this is the 4th wave to this point here, and the 5th down to here, and then we've got the A, the B and the C here. Otherwise, we've got this is the 5th here, we've got the A, the B and the C to here, and then we'll be just moving down straight from here as such here. So the 1840 is a retested resistance for the intraday traders, would see that down to the next level there. The distance of this one here would be the distance of this one coming down through here. So we'll be looking back down to that 50-60% sort of area that we were considering before. If support comes in on the 1850 here, then obviously that's a sign of strength, and you would look for this gap to be covered here. The small gap on the cash market in this little area through here. Same with the DJ as well. From the top, we're looking at a sort of a clearer 5 waves down. So we're still looking for an A and a B and a C here, but it could fold over from here, but just looking at it from here. And of course, being stuck under the number 2 here, which is the pivot within group 1, 100, 200, 300, the pivot there. Normally when that becomes the resistance, it will be pulled down to the closest largest number, so 16,000 there. And looking at the DAX, has taken the biggest hit of all, because obviously it's closer and it's stronger relationships within the Eurozone there. So the current 50-60% retracement level is around this area through here. So we've been counting 5 waves up through here, and it does appear that this counts better as an A wave than it does in 5 waves. It could possibly be 5 waves, but it's all a bit rough in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It'd count better as an A and then a B wave to here in 3 waves, and then a C down here. But I don't know, we just got to play it by ear and be a little bit sort of careful through here. But what we can do is the C wave here will be in 5 waves, so we can start counting that down here. And just to know that the 61.8 retracement level close into that 693 top of group 1 here would be important as such as support, but lower into this starts to create a bearish pattern, so we would end up with a bigger bearish pattern. So if we did get 5 waves down through to here as such, like this down to 9,000, then we would get a counter trend back up, and then we'd get another 5 down same length as this, or if not more. So it is important what we get here. Same for all the indices actually. So just on the intraday here for the DAX. So looking at this as wave 1 or A, as you can see, it doesn't count it really good as a 5 wave structure coming down. The 5 waves would be the 1, the 2, the 3, the 4, and the 5. Doable, yeah. However, let's just keep the as wave 1 and A for the time being, not get fixed on either of them, but nice counter trend here for wave 2 or B. And we're seeing this unfold down here in 5 waves. So I have pulled it apart a little bit on the 5-minute and 15-minute. It does appear to be the third into here, the fourth and the fifth down to here. So if the 9.2, the pivot within group 1, becomes the resistance, then we'll see it down at the 9,000 here, and that would be creating a 5 wave structure at that point there. So that's not really telling us much here. I won't go into all of this at the moment, but I feel that I did count it this morning. I did pull apart this structure down here, and I feel this is the 3rd wave here. The 4th wave can pull back to the 4th wave of 1 lesser degree into this area through here. The other way to see this is the bounce off 9.3, and with bounces, as you know, like a ball on the ground, first bounce is the highest, the next one is sort of lower, and so as soon as you see that type of price action, you know that it's only going one way at that point there. The Footsie's not as down as much as the DAX, hasn't reached its 50 or 61.8 retracement level yet, but it does have more of a clearer 5 waves down here, but it can be looked at as an A wave, a B wave, and a C wave down here. We just need to allow it to mature, and let's see, with the other indices as well, how it picks up. And obviously this is driven by the by the politics, so it's really news headline driven. So we need to watch if there's any sort of solutions forthcoming in all of this. It's I'm sure there will be. The Russians Putin's got to sort of flex his muscles a little bit, to look good in his own sort of KGB background sort of thing, So anyway. Let's not talk politics, doesn't get us very far. Right, the UK, just the Footsie here, once again, just coming here, you can see we've got, it's a better, once again, it can be a wave 1 down and a wave 2 up through here as well. It does count reasonably well down here for 5 waves here. We can see the 3rd wave in the middle here, the 4th and the 5th here, but a breaking of this here would kind of make this into a wave 3 coming down, 1, 2 and 3 moving down. So we'll keep an eye on that as such. You can see that here on that 3rd wave coming down through here. So it's really got to push up from here. Break of this low here adds the next higher degree of bearishness into the picture. So you could short at the 6680 as a retested resistance to have a fairly safe trade there. The Australian market is obviously way away from its 50% retracement level. As such, but it can reach there as well. As you know, we've been looking for the top here. On the daily volumes, we could see that all through here, we could see the commercials coming in, so, it has been, a slow process of rolling over, and it's starting to pick up speed now. We can see that this correction here is bigger than the previous one here, and the trends here are getting a little larger as well. So we can expect that expansion is a trend, and it's moving to the downside. Let's see what volume comes into this. This also can be counted as corrective in terms of down for an A wave, and then an A and a B and a C for the B wave, and down for the C wave. But it also counts as an impulse wave to the downside as well. And we're looking at this yesterday as down for 1 and back for 2 of 1 degree, and then the next degree smaller would be down for 1, back for 2, down for 3, 4 and 5. So it can still move down further through here. This is what we're looking at yesterday. If the 54.50 became the support yesterday, or even a breach of this high here, that would have confirmed that we've had an A and a B and a C here with a move up through here. That wasn't the case, so we're still looking down now. So we'd have to look at, this is in 3 waves to here, so that's corrective to that point. However, we need to be a little bit careful of a bigger bearish picture, and that would shape up as down for 1 and back for 2 here, and then the next smaller degree, as I mentioned, will be down for 1, ABC for 2, a third wave still in progress. This would all start still part of the third wave here. So in terms of trading this yesterday, we said under the 5400 is obviously weakness, and you want to be shorting it at that point. And now we're looking at this here, which is looking also corrective as well. So this group 2 area through here, basically under support on 5380 would see a retest of 5400 here, the supply resistance area, and being under group 2 here, 65.72 and 80 is a bearish thing. It's holding in there at the moment, but if this moves down and retests this back up here and fails from that point, then you've got yourself a short on your hands with the stop above here. But the retest would be from here and then making a new low here, and the same with this one as well, through the 65 back up through here as your reference point low there, and then through that there as well, keeping a stop above the market there somewhat. All right, cheers.